गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोधनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोधनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जनवल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोधनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोधन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोधनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोधनंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय गंधर्विका गिरिधारी गौर हरि जय गंधर्विका गिरिधारी गौर हरि जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव नरसिंह जय अनंत देव लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय अनंत देव जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय प्रभुपा जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव जय जय गुरुदेव नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। श्री श्री गंधर्वी गिरधारी महाप्रभु की जय। श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। श्री भक्तवत्सल बालाजी की जय। जगत गुरु शिल प्रभुपाद की, गुरुदेव की, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जया उदरयते। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। Seventh canto, chapter 3, sloka number 14, 15, 16. Sloka number 13. Sloka number 14. Seventh canto, chapter 3, sloka number 14. Iti vignapito dever. Iti vignapito dever. Bhagavan Atmabhurnupa Parito Bhrugo Dakshadhir Yayo Daiteshwarashramam Iti vignapto deve Bhagavan Atmabhurnupa Pratibhrugo Dakshadhir Yaya Daiteshwarashramam. Today there is 3 slokas. I'll repeat another 2 slokas, 15 to 16. Nadhadrasa pratichanam valmika trinam kichakhe pipilekibhir asrinam medastvan mamsa sonitam nadadrasa pratichanam valmikatrinakichakhe pipilekibhir asrinam medasvan mamsa sonitam. Another sloka. Tapanantam tapaslokan yatha bridipritim ravim vilaksha vishmita pra asmastam amsavahana. Tapanantam tapaslokan yatha britipitam ravim vilaksha vishmita praha asamsatham hamsavahana. Shabdhartha for 3 slokas. Iti, thus, Vignapitha, informed, Deve, by all the demigods, Bhagavan, the most powerful, Atmabhu, Lord Brahma, who was born from the lotus flower, Napa, O king, Paritha, being surrounded, Bhrugu, by Bhrugu, Daksha, Adihi, and others, Yayu, went. Daityeshvara of Hiranyakashipu, the king of Daityas, Ashramam, to the place of austerity. Not, Dadrasa, Sa, Pratichanam, covered, Valmika, by an until, Trina, grass, Kichaka, and bamboo sticks, Pipilakabihi, by the ants, Asrinam, eaten all around, Medha, whose fat, Twak, skin, Mamsa, the flesh, Sonitam, and blood, Tapanantam, heating, Tapasya, by severe type of penance, Lokan, all the three worlds, Yatha, just as, Abhar, by clouds, Apihitam, covered, Ravim, the sun, Vilakshaya, seeing, Vishmitha, struck with wonder, Praha, said, Asan, smiling, Tam, to him, Hamsavahana, Lord Brahma, who rides on a swan aeroplane. Purport for all the three slokas. Translation and purport. O king, being thus informed by the demigods, the most powerful Lord Brahma, accompanied by Bhrigu, Daksha, and other great sages, immediately started for the place where Hiranyakashipu was performing his penances and austerities. Purport. Lord Brahma was waiting for the austerities performed by Hiranyakashipu to mature so that he could go there and offered benediction according to Hiranyakashipu's desire. Now, taking the opportunity, being accompanied by all the demigods and great saintly persons, Brahma went there to award him the benediction he desired. Another two slokas of translation and purport. Lord Brahma, who is carried by a swan aeroplane, at first could not see where Hiranyakashipu was, for Hiranyakashipu's body was covered by antil and by grass and bamboo sticks. Because Hiranyakashipu had been there for a long time, the ants had devoured his skin, fat, flesh, and blood. Then Lord Brahma and the demigod spotted him, resembling a cloud-covered sun, heating all the world by his austerity. Struck with wonder, Lord Brahma began to smile and then addressed him as follows. Purport. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The living entity can live merely by his own power without the help of skin, marrow, bone, blood, and so on. Because it is said, Asangoyam Purushaha. The living entity has nothing to do with the material covering. Hiranyakashipu performed a severe type of tapasya, austerity, for many long years. Indeed, it is said that he performed the tapasya for 100 heavenly years, since one day of the demigods equals 6 of our months. Certainly, this was a very long time. By nature own way, his body had been almost consumed by earthworms, ants, and other parasites, and therefore even Brahma was at first unable to see him. Later, however, Brahma could ascertain where Hiranyakashipu was, and Brahma was struck with wonder to see Hiranyakashipu's extraordinary power to execute tapasya. Anyone would conclude that Hiranyakashipu was dead because his body was covered by so many ways. But Lord Brahma, the supreme living being in this universe, could understand that Hiranyakashipu was alive, but covered by material elements. It is also to be noted that although Hiranyakashipu performed this austerity for long time, he was nonetheless known as Daitya and Rakshasa. It will be seen from verses to follow that even great saintly persons could not perform such severe type of austerities, why then was called Rakshasa and Daitya? It is because whatever he did was for his own sense gratification. His son Prahlad Maharaj was only 5 years old, and so what could Prahlad do? Yet simply by performing a little devotional service according to the instructions of Narada Muni, Prahlad becomes so dear to the Lord that Lord came to save him. Whereas Hiranyakashipu, in spite of all his austerities, was killed. This is the difference between devotional service and other methods perfection. One who performs severe austerities for sense gratification is fearful to the entire world. Whereas devotee who performs even a slight amount of devotional service is a friend to everyone. Suridam Sarvabhutanam. Since the Lord is the well-wisher of every living entity, and since devotee assumes the qualities of the Lord, devotee also acts for everyone's good fortune by performing devotional service. Then although Hiranyakashipu performed such severe austerities, he remained Daitya and Rakshasa. Whereas Prahlad Maharaj, although born of the same Daitya father, became the most exalted devotee and personally protected by Supreme Lord. Bhakti is therefore called Sarvopadi Vinirmuktam, indicated the devotee is free from all material designations, and Anyabhilashita Sunyam, situated in a transcendental position, free from all material desires. Om Jnanatimiram Dasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurvanmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaham Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamayam Dadadi Sabdangitam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutapada Kamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatam Dham Sajivam Advaitam Dhavadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakana Lalita Vishakanvitam Tha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sutadevi Pranamami Haripriyam Vancha kalpataru vasya kripa sindhu bhavevacha paditanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschapta Destarine Namam Vishnu Padai Krishna Prishna Vasumate Gopal Krishna Gosamtnam Prabhupada Saitam Prahartvansa Bhautpadaiti Namaham. Hare Krishna. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, chapter 3, Sloaka 14, 15 and 16. So in these slokas, Srila Prabhupada is explaining the difference between the devotional service and the sense gratification. So Hiranyakashipu has performed thousands of years the austerity, tapasya, with severe austerity which even sadhus cannot do. The Hiranyakashipu is such a gore tapasya. Even sadhus cannot do in such a vibrant and dynamic and strong, because Daityas and Rakshasas have more powerful than the sadhus. This is what Prabhupada is mentioning. Of course, even Kali Yuga also, the bad people have more power than the good people. That's why they excel better than the good people. I mean, we should not get carried away by that sometimes we could not achieve so much materially. That's okay, because they are even those who excel, non-devotees, materially, they have some powers, but they're not permanent. Sometimes we get confused and we get bewildered. Why we are not able to achieve? But we are good in devotional service. That's what today Prabhupada is explaining. Prahlad is 5 years old. He just performed a little devotional service. Compared to his father, Daitya, he's performed 10,000 years of austerity, is not equal. So little devotional service is more powerful than the severe austerities and tapasyas. So we need to understand, being devotees, So whatever we are doing, devotional service is very important. Sometimes we don't realize that. We think that sometimes whatever I am doing, that's good. I am doing nothing, but whatever we are doing, that is good. Compared to which the non-devotees which are doing the great achievements. This is one point. And many other points Srila Prabhupada highlighted. But in most of the Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada is trying to explain the pure devotional service. So this pure devotional service is very important, and even if it is a little, it has to be pure. It is a pure, it's more powerful. Compared to it's like amount and quality. Sometimes amount looks, big, very powerful. But with quality, devotional service, purity is more important. That's what Prabhupada is explaining here. Srila Prabhupada is comparing Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad Maharaj. Hiranyakashipu remained Rakshasa and Daitya because his aim of tapasya and penances was sense gratification. And Prahlad Maharaj, as performed, little boy, is performed the devotional service. The aim is to please Krishna. So what is the end result of great penances was performed by Hiranyakashipu? Lord was not pleased and Lord killed him. But Hiranyakashipu, even though he is performed very little devotional service, Lord protected him. And Lord pleased and protected him. Thus even Bhagavad Gita also, Swalpasya apimasya mahato bhayat. I mean, even a little service, devotional service with love, it will protect from the great dangers. Even death also. That's the greatest danger what we face. So that is the comparison here Prabhupada is explaining compared to Prahlad Maharaj. So another important point in this purport, one who performs great severities, austerities, big achievements, even in Kali Yuga, they are fearful to the society. These demons, demons means not like it has to be appears like looks like a Hiranyakashipu or Ravanasura. If you are not doing any devotional service, you are a demon. Simple definition in Kali Yuga. If you are not interested in servicing service or not interested in associating with the devotees, you are a demon. You are maybe achieving big things that is fearful to the society. What we see today, society, what is going on, all nuclear bombs and the war taking place with the great technology, these are fearful conditions, right? So we don't know what happens because there is a war is happening. It's a fearful. So, but here, Prahlad Maharaj is a devotee. He is a perform little devotional service. He is a friend to everyone. So devotees are not fearful. They don't create any fearful situations in the society because they are simple, sadhus. They do devotional service and they don't create any horrifying things in the society. So that is the greatest benefit of being a devotee. When more and more devotees, the society become peaceful, right? So, Suridam Sarvabhutanam, because devotee want to become a friend with everyone, not only with the devotees, even with the normal people also, we have to be friend with the normal people. Sometimes we think that, no, I am good with the devotees, I may be not good with the normal people. No, devotees, that's why Srila Prabhupada, once in Mayapur, devotees were filling the passport form. Prabhupada wanted to travel to US. They were filling the form. In one place, it's like, is there any criminal cases? So then devotees asked, and Prabhupada was mentioning and devotees were filling. At that place, devotees asked, Prabhupada, do you have any criminal cases? Prabhupada said, you rascal, you don't know? I don't have any criminal cases. So they feel like that devotees they are nice, they are friendly with everyone, they won't quarrel with anybody. The point is, they are not fearful or dangerous to the society. So that is why our children, if they become devotees, at least they are not they don't create any fear or terror in the society. Otherwise, we see the people, they are not devotees, they are dangerous to their own family. They are dangerous to their own parents, and they are dangerous to the society also. So that's the Prabhupada is mentioning. And also, devotee acquire the qualities of the Lord. Lord also Suridam Sarvabhutanam. Lord is well-wisher and friend of everyone. Similarly, devotees also align with the Lord's qualities. So devotees also friendly and well-wisher to everyone. Yes, another difference is Hiranyakashipu, even they did much austerities, was killed by the Lord. It's already mentioned. Even though he has achieved so much, he was killed by the Lord. And he was killed, Hiranyakashipu was killed not at a very old age. Hiranyakashipu was merely of 30 age, 25 to 30 age, because Prahlad was 5 years old. That means Hiranyakashipu was very young. Even Duryodhana was killed at very young age. Even Ravanasura was killed at young age. Compared to Ravanasura, little old, because his sons were little elder. But here, Hiranyakashipu was very young, his brother also. So Lord was killed because, so he was against to the devotees. He was creating terror, fear to the Prahlad Maharaj. So he is killed. Prahlad Maharaj was protected by the Lord because he was performing the devotional service. This is assured in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna assured, my devotees never perishes. So we should have that firm faith, because if Krishna mentioned that he will protect the devotees. How he protects, that's very difficult to understand. So he protects the body or he protects the soul. Many times we have seen, and even I asked this question to many senior devotees, sometimes we have seen Krishna protected body also, sometimes Krishna protected soul. So this is very difficult to understand, because some activities of the Lord is very difficult. He's all independent. If he want to protect, he can protect the body also, because he protected the Srila Prabhupada. When Srila Prabhupada was traveling to US, he got twice heart attack. But Krishna protected him because he has to fulfill his mission. The current living example is Maharaj, Ajay Maharaj. According to medical science, whatever Maharaj has happened, not supposed to survive, but is surviving. So Lord is protecting, right? Lord protected Arjuna, body as well as soul. That is his mission. I'll protect my devotees. So we should have a firm faith. At the same time, sometimes Krishna may not protect the body, but he protect the soul. So this is where we should have some faith. Of course, he protects the body. If he's not protecting sometimes body, there is something else beyond that. Okay. So this is what. There's another difference is Prahlad Maharaj, even though born of Rakshasa. Yes. Prahlad Maharaj born the situation where the environment was not at all favorable. All deities around him. His father is opposing his devotional service. At least we are maybe better, right? Here nobody is opposing. And whatever is opposing compared to Hiranyakashipu is very small in our condition, right? So, and Prabhupada explains that bhakti is independent. Bhakti will not dependent on any situations. If you desire to do bhakti, nobody can stop it. But we give so many, reasons sometimes, because of this, because of that, because of that. The meaning is that we are not interested. But here, as per, if we see the condition of Prahlad Maharaj, so this is the most dangerous situation, because he has to stop, otherwise father is ready to kill. But Prahlad Maharaj did not stop. And after 4-5 slokas, Prahlad Maharaj himself explained why Prahlad Maharaj, when Narad Muni instructed, when Prahlad Maharaj was in the womb of his mother, Narad Muni instructed both mother and the Prahlad Maharaj both. But Prahlad Maharaj took it very serious. Mother didn't took it very serious. Why? It is explained, Srila Prabhupada, and Prahlad himself has explained that why my mother did not took the Narad Muni instructions very seriously, because she was living at the Narad Muni's ashrama. She was fearful and anxiety about his husband return, because he has so many years over, he did not return. That is one anxiety. Another anxiety she was with that, my child may be, somebody may come and destroy my child, because Indra wanted to kill both. Indra actually wanted to kill both Prahlad Maharaj and his mother, Kayadu. The reason behind that, because they already were very much tolerated by Hiranyakashipu, was created so much terror. If another son born of Hiranyakashipu, he will create another terror. That's why they wanted to kill Kayadu when she was, they knows that she became pregnant. So they were pulling her, all the demigods, they were pulling her, dragging her to kill her. Then Narad Muni came and stopped. Narad Muni explained that this child is going to be, don't kill her. She is innocent. Your enemy is Hiranyakashipu. Why you kill her? So this is the dharma, sukshma of dharma. We don't understand. Even demigods also don't understand sometimes. So, but they have their own fear. They wanted to kill both Kayadu and the Prahlad Maharaj. Then Narad Muni explained, don't kill her. She is innocent. And also the child is going to born, is become a devotee. So then all demigods was, they're happy. So at least he is going to be. So that is what some child borns, they may create terror, or they may become very friendly to the society. So because he is the son of Hiranyakashipu, that was the fear of demigods. That time Narada Muni was promised that you stay in my ashrama, fear no fear, we will take care till your husband returns. Even after promising or given word by Narada Muni, she has having anxiety about return of his husband, and the same time something happens to my child. So because of this anxiety, she is not able to receive the instructions of Narada Muni. So that is why when we are in anxiety, material anxiety, we cannot absorb or understand the spiritual instructions. That is the very Prabhupada explained that. So if really want to understand the instructions of Guru, so we have to free from the anxieties. We should not be fearful and anxiety about the material things. So, but normally human beings, we, especially grahasthas, we are anxiety about so many things. We are anxiety about our kids, we are anxiety about future, we are anxiety about past. Because of this, we not able to understand the spiritual instructions. But Prahlad was a small boy, has no anxiety, he was a free. So he was able to understand the instructions of Narad Muni clearly, and he could execute from the childhood whatever the instructions of Narada Muni. So why Prahlad become devotee is further explained that because he was following Narada Muni instructions as it is. Even though the environment is not favorable. At the end of the sloka, Srila Prabhupada explains, and also many other places explain that, anukulasa pratikulas. This is where a lot of confusion most of the time, anukul and pratikul. Anukul means we have to accept which is favorable for the devotional service. We come across many situations, we don't understand which is the anukul or pratikul. Anukul means which is favorable, pratikul means which is not favorable to the devotional service. So there are a lot of confusion here. Sometimes we confuse that this is also anukul for devotional service, but actually that is pratikul. That is why we take the instructions of senior devotees and guru, which is actually pratikul, means favorable for the devotional service, and which is pratikul for, which is not favorable for the performing devotional service. Prahlad Maharaj was, even though at the midst of all the daityas and rakshasas, he was always with the anukul, which is favorable for the services. And Hiranyakashipu greatly opposed his son not to perform the devotional service. So, and I read some more by Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj. Actually, how we can perform the devotional service without any anxiety and fear. So, the material world means is anxiety and fear. Some or other, so many anxieties and fear. So, for that, Maharaj says that if we maintain the purity, we'll become fearless. Because we don't maintain the purity, so we are fearful. And Maharaj explains that when we maintain the purity, we will get the confidence. So with that confidence, the greatest confidence is Lord is going to protect us. And also Maharaj explains that our charitra. Charitra means how all our behavior and our administration. Administration at home, administration at office, administration with the devotees, how we behave. That is called charitra, means how our life is leading. So, and truth, speaking about the truth. These three things which makes devotees fearless in the material world. Number one is purity. So, following the 4 regulative principles strictly. So, that's where, and chanting 16 rounds and sadhana, strict sadhana, all will give the purity by reading books. And second thing is our charitra, means how devotees' life should be like an open book, it seems. We don't do anything which is, people don't know that. Whatever we do, wherever we live, how we behave, it should be a public. But you see, in a material life, which are not devotees, they do something secretly that nobody knows. Even wife also doesn't know, sometimes they do. They maintain like that. So, this is the openness. And also, it's vice versa, both. Okay. And third one is, and speaking truth. Very difficult. That is the most difficult in material life. After coming mobile, it means, even though it's very difficult. Right? But because of these three activities or events, we are struggling. But one who, whatever extent we follow these three, we will become fearless. So with that fearless mind only, we can perform the devotional, focused devotional service. Otherwise, mind is here and mind is there, and we are doing something and thinking something. Even chanting also, we are thinking something and doing chant. So it's all happening because these three we have to follow. Very difficult, but it helps vice versa. It's like our devotional service and faith in Lord and association with the devotees. All these also will help us to maintain these three: purity and our behavior, charitra, and third one is purity. Third one is truth, speaking truth. As far as we maintain, we'll become fearless. And Maharaj explains more about speaking truth. Sometimes we think that if I speak truth, I may be in danger. Prabhupada explains that, no, Lord will protect you. So we should have that faith that even if I speak truth, that may hurt or that may create a problem for me, but Lord is there to protect me, so I'll speak truth. But sometimes we don't speak truth because it's out of fear that is, let's say in office or in company where we are working, we have to, when we lie, we think that I may lose the job, right? And I may lose friendship. I may lose some impression. So because of that, we speak lie. That become habit. Same thing will carry at the home also. We speak lie with everyone. So this become habit. So we are so habituated speaking lie, simply we become lie, speak lie. So it's not become serious. But because of that, we are fearful. So here, Prahlad Maharaj, at the age of 5 itself, he's become so pure devotee because he is a fearless. He has nothing to do with anybody. Neither he has to favor to anybody, not to take any favor from anybody. Actually, devotee has to be very independent. Frankly speaking, we should not dependent on anyone's favor. But we try to, impress so many people. We don't have to be impress so many people, because to impress so many people, we may speak lie, we may change our behavior, we do so many other things. We don't have to impress. Prahlad Maharaj, you see, he simply is performing devotional service. He is not fear of his own father. Actually, father is creating terror across the world. He was just moving his eyebrows. Indra was, shaking his position. He's so powerful, shaking all the 3 worlds. But Prahlad, small boy, is standing fearless in front of his father. So he is like shouting on him, and Prahlad is so calm and cool, and he is just answering. You also perform devotional service, he is telling to his father. His father, I'm going to kill you. So, but he don't care. I mean, he's not that careless or don't care. He is very respectable to his father. He is respecting his father. At the same time, he is replying with a very genuine, innocently that, no, every jiva has to perform devotional service. So by seeing this, actually, Hiranyakashipu was failed. And he accepted his failure. I am failed in front of my son. So this is a situation of every non-devotee or who is what so-called, achieved in the materially. All our youth, boys are, a fan of big, celebrities. They all have to accept their failure at certain point of time in their life, who is not devotee. He may be a cricketer, he may be a big, politician, or maybe he's a movie hero, whoever it is, who is not surrendered to Krishna, he has to accept his failure, that Krishna makes them realize that this is your situation. And Prabhupada also very strongly gave one statement that you rascals suffer here. Now it's a kind of curse, because out of, sometimes Prabhupada got angry, and you rascals, you suffer here. So that is why we have to be careful, or we should not carried away by seeing their achievements, their success. It's very difficult sometimes, but we should have a strong faith on what we are doing. We should have a strong, firm faith. This is the most successful. Performing devotional service is the most successful of any person. And also further Prabhupada explains that very important to understand. Transcendental Sarvopadi. Sarva Upadi means Upadis. So this is another instruction from this. Upadi means our designations. Designations like I am like a doctor, I am an engineer, I am a rich person, I am American, I am a Brahmana, I am a Kshatriya. So all these are Sarvopadi, Upadis, means designations. These designations also a hurdle for the devotional service. So we have to remove all those, because when we stand in front of Lord, we are nothing. Once in Juhu temple, is a very big millionaire. He came in front of Lord, he was standing like this, and he was comparing with the Lord. Because under me, 5,000 employees are working. He's also like a small demigod. 5,000 employees is a big number, right? And everybody is so much respecting. And he's standing, he was hesitating to do pranam in front of Lord. That is the ego, because his designation. He is the CEO of such a big company, right? So he could not surrender in front of Lord. So that is surrendering unto the Lord and not to keep any of these designations. Sarvopadi. What is the problem with designations which will not allow our spiritual instructions seriously? We cannot take it. So when we are humble, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, that is the best position to receive all the instructions. We may receive the instructions very difficult to follow because we are not humble enough. So that is the first instruction Mahaprabhu is given for us, that Trinadapi Sunitena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Sada Kirtanya Hari. Sada Kirtanya Hari is possible. That what we discussed today is that to receive the spiritual instructions, we have to be fearless, free from the anxieties, and also we have to be, how to free from the anxiety and the fear. What is the fear? That by following 3, that is why Maharaj instructs that we have to speak truth and maintain the purity. And another one, us, our charitra, our behavior. So, and being humble, sarvopade, remove all designations. When we, not only in front of Lord, at least we should remove our designation in front of devotees. Sometimes we start comparing with the devotees. Oh, I am something better than other devotee. Maybe this devotee is just joined, new devotee. So this all will slow down our understanding and devotional service. So these are some of the instructions. And there's so last line of this sloka, Anyabhilashita Sunyam. It is also similarly like Anyabhilasha. Other than serving devotees and Lord, Anyabhilashita Sunya means, Abhilasha means desires. Desires means we cannot live without desires. We should have one strong desire. Other maybe small desires. But other desires should not dominate the strong desire of serving Lord, serving devotees. And 3, this desire, actually it is as we matured in devotional service, as years goes, but we say like that. Maturity comes as we grow, not like that. It depends on how fast we surrender. Once Prabhupada was giving lecture in Vrindavan, and somebody asked to Prabhupada, we are doing this chanting and all these services so many years. How much time it takes to surrender completely? And Prabhupada says it's just 1 minute. It depends on us actually. Actually, some devotees comes is like they simply surrender. They give up everything to Krishna and nothing else to do. I experienced some of the devotees. When I was in Delhi, one devotee came from Bihar. He was just coming and attending 1 or 2 classes. Then suddenly, just after 1 or 2 weeks, he said that he just resigned his job and he just become brahmachari and completely surrendered. No, become brahmachari is not that we surrendered. Even grihastha also, anybody can surrender completely. But that's how some people get that strong desire to enough. Now, at least this lifetime, I'll give to Krishna. And Prabhupada explains that you so many lives you have seen the same life. Married, children, again struggling, getting old, enjoying whatever you think that. So many you did. But we think that this is only first time I'm doing. That is the problem. This we have done so many lifetimes. At least this lifetime can't you give one? And also we have seen so many failures in our lifetime, I mean different lifetimes. But we think that this lifetime I'll be successful. This lifetime I'll make sure that successful. Like this, so many lives we have passed. I mean, all time failure only. Even Hiranyakashipu is such a big king, has failed in front of Prahlad Maharaj. We are nothing. Definitely we are going to fail. At the age of, when we become old, we realize that I could have done it. I could have done it. I could have surrendered. Why I did all these things? It is not much. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that you thinking that you will get so much enjoyment, these enjoyment you will realize at the end, this is nothing. I could have surrendered little early in my life. But by that time, gone. That is why it is Krishna says that 4 type of people comes. Out of 4 people, I like one. That is Jnani. That is Artha, Artharthi, Jigyasa, Jnani. Why Krishna likes Jnani? Because that Jnani is realized that this material life is nothing. This is like repetition. And I am not enjoying much. So because that's why he will not go back. He came to me, all other 3 types they will go back. Because they think that still there's something to enjoy. But this Jnani will not go back. He will stay with me. So I like that Jnani, that type of Jnani who stays with me. So we have to realize, are we Jnani? Even if we don't have Jnani, if we stay with the Lord, we are Jnani only. We are not leaving the Jnani. Of course, we don't say that I am a Jnani. But if we are always stay with till my death, I will with the Lord. More than Lord, Srila Prabhupada. Sorry. Otherwise, people say I am with the Lord. I am with the Lord. But without Guru, even you stay with the Lord, it is not possible. That is not the correct, right way. So we have to be stay with the Guru, Prabhupada, like Krishna. It's automatically, if you are with Prabhupada, you are with Lord. So that's the, that type of Jnani is important. So just the last few lines I would like to share that today's society, the most difficult hurdle for everybody, I don't say everybody, most of them is our phone, mobile phone. This is the biggest hurdle. Even people who are in like 10 years, 15 years, people are carried by these kind of distractions. Is very precious. Bhakti is very precious. And Prabhupada, when he returned that was the last trip to America, when he is returning to India, and that audio clip is there, small audio clip. Prabhupada has cried and he requested, I am old, I am helpless. Please don't carried away by these material things. Don't leave big beard and long hairs. Don't become, again, go back to your, please don't go back to your, you're already pure. You are doing best. And don't give up. This is my request. And Prabhupada cried in front of them. And also he thanks everyone. Thanks that you made this mission possible. That is why in Iskcon also sometimes we see some disturbances. This all, sometimes is a fearful situation that why devotees are getting distracted, why devotees are not following strictly the given instructions, get involved in unnecessary, quarrels, discussions, one group, another group, other person. So these are all, maybe Prabhupada feel very bad, and especially Maharaj. It is not good, pleasing to quarreling each other and getting distracted, disturbed by small, small things. So our Guru and Prabhupada is not at all happy with that. That is why we should have some maturity, understanding, and tolerate if anything happens, and cooperate each other. If someone says something, fine, I will tolerate because I want to please my Guru and Srila Prabhupada. We should have that higher, because I want to live in Iskcon till my death. So if we should have that conviction, if we have a foresight, we will not get distracted by smaller things. So with that intention, if we stick to Iskcon, this last another Maharaj has given instruction that Maharaj has explained that how to stay in Iskcon, what is the benefit of staying till the death Iskcon, is that Maharaj compared to the train. Because our gurus and senior devotees, as like an engine, they are pulling a train. We are all like a bogies, We don't have that much power to stay in bhakti, but they are pulling us. With their, whatever they have put, the path, we are following in that. We may be not perfect, but bogi, that connection should not go. Because inside the bogi is like broken. We are not following properly. We are doing maybe not doing something. We are doing mistakes, and we are all those things. It's like in a bogi, all the seats are broken. Inside is not very nice, but that connection is there with another bogi. So then, that's how we have to connect and stay in the Iskcon. So that's how, they will lead us. And at the same time, we should not think that whatever I do, they will lead us. No, that is not the meaning. As much as possible, we have to try to follow all the instructions. Still, because of our condition, our incapability, whatever we do, some happens, but we should not get disconnected. It's like one devotee is connected, another devotee is connected, like that we are connected to Guru, and Guru is Srila Prabhupada, though it's like a continuous. We have to stay with that. The stay with the Iskcon is following 4 regulative principles as much as possible, chanting 16 rounds sincerely, and weekly coming to the Sunday feast program, very important. If that is disturbed, also very difficult to maintain. At home, we cannot maintain. So by following this, we will be staying in Iskcon till our last time. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Antara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. All yes, questions we will give. Sri Sri Gandharvika Giridhari Sri Mahaprabhu ki jai. Prabhu was very, very kind. He said that I put the questions. We have some time today. So all of you, if you have some questions, firstly related to the subject today, we will be very happy. But otherwise, we will request you to ask questions. Any questions? Otherwise, Prabhu will be asking questions. Hare Krishna. You said it so simply and indirectly. Thank you. My question is specifically spoke about the distraction because it is what, which is a very big reality. I mean, even what people like being get distracted. This is a bigger distraction for especially the youngsters who are in teenage and other. And this is a point of attention all the time.
So do you have some suggestions how we can correct them? Because the context is so high that when you go and advise children, you don't want to take it at all. Extremely unhappy. But the reality is that humongous amount of addiction, even though you have would you suggest some points how we can address this in a better way, where disturb the atmosphere and also influence the atmosphere?
Yes, Babu. It's actually very difficult because everybody is going through this. Even my kids also, they watch mobile. Every is what I understood that first thing what we can do, which is in our control, that is we should not watch. That is, if we stop watching, that's done. Is collateral damage. So first, we should watch only for whatever is necessary and required. We have to be very strict about ourselves first. That's why Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj says that it's very difficult to impose some rules on others. We should not. That's a wrong way of imposing rules and regulation on others, even maybe kids, wife, anybody. First, we have to strict ourselves. As much as strict we are, by seeing us, they may change. Otherwise, if we ask them to stop it, it is a big threat now. It's a big danger because all other friends are watching mobile. When they go to the school, it's like a discussion. What you have seen, which cartoon you have seen, which all these things discuss. And if we stop them, they think that only my parents are stopping. Because they don't understand all these things, philosophy, Bhagavatam, and Srila Prabhupada, and all these. They don't understand. Because they think their level, right? So they think that it is because then we'll become enemy for them. If any other things, not only mobile, anything which is imposing suddenly on a kids is a big threat, because that is seriously will be going on their mind because it's a young mind. So that's why very careful in nurturing the very difficult situation for especially young kids in this situation. At least if the elder kids, they may understand that first thing we have to stop it at the home also, but we have to allow them at, we cannot stop it, please don't stop it. We have to allow them at least 1 hour, 1.5 hours. We have to tell them that this is the reading time, this is the playing time, this is the mobile watching. We cannot do anything. Please, if I saying something wrong, please tell me. Otherwise, there is no other way. We have to allow them and we have to little monitor that what they are watching. So slowly this, when we do restrictions and when we then slowly they will realize, but and another thing is how seriously we are following rules and regulations at home with respect to four regulative principles. We cannot put everything on them. You don't do this, don't do this, don't eat this, don't do this. It's very difficult. So we have to do, but slowly they will see that my father is not doing, my mother is not doing. Maybe it is not correct what I am doing. The slowly this comes. This is a material way of management. The other way, other side is we don't have any other option. We have to pray seriously to Krishna. Because he can change their minds. Because we cannot change their minds. If we try, that is what we see in material life. Many kids, they take very serious steps sometimes. No? It may become difficult. So that is why we have one hope that Krishna can change. So this is the way I know to manage this. Yes, Mataji, you are audible, Mataji, yes. In this case means they don't follow, right? Even though we are following, they don't follow. That's, yeah. Yes. Yes, Mataji, these are different scenarios sometimes. But what I understood, what I think that maybe we think that my son and daughter has to do devotional service only in this lifetime. That is also there. We should have a long, because we also like that. Not maybe you are, maybe, but I was not a devotee. At certain point of time, by seeing devotees, I realized that I want to do this. That sudden change came, even though I was doing all nonsense, but suddenly that change came and completely transformed. We have to wait till that comes in our children. We don't have any other option. As Rupa Goswami says that, uh, we must have patience. The three things Rupa Goswami says, no? Which are these? Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya. Dhairya means patience. So we should have a patience. Even in our history also sees that sometimes it's not happens. Whole lifetime may they not follow. That is, but it should not happen. They should follow it and do it. In some families, we have seen pure devotees, but the whole family is not devotees. So no problem. Maybe that is the plan of Lord. We have to. That is the surrenderness. Okay, maybe in this lifetime, all my family members may not become devotees, but I will become devotee. So, yes. Thank you.
Thank you so much for those nice expressions.
Thanks.
Thank you very much for your comments. So Lina mentioned the points in connection with this today's slogan: purity, behavior, truthfulness. All this, we would like to hear you a little bit more about purity. Purity of this aspect. Because by designation, you are a doctor.
That is the problem, actually. First of all, I'm not eligible to speak about purity. I'm not pure. But whatever I heard, purity is Prabhupada's four regulatory principles. How strictly we follow four regulatory principles. At the same time, we should not ask others to, we have to strict ourselves at family. The four regulative principle is like a ocean. It's like taking Krishna Prasadam means in lifetime, we should not eat a single grain which is not Prasad. Is it possible? It's like very difficult, But as much as possible. And this four regulative principles, as directly Prabhupada has given, and as strict as 16 rounds exclusively giving time to, and also attentive chanting, 16 rounds. And Ekadashi, strictly following Ekadashi. And praying a lot and associating with the devotees. Of course, we are all doing, still this purity is, we are not feeling that the purity. Prabhupada says that if really you are pure, when you are walking on a street, you feel that vibration, that the purity comes from inside. That's why Prabhupada always walking like this. You see the Prabhupada pictures, never seen down Prabhupada. He's walking like this. So that's a great confidence that comes. Purity is a strength actually. And also Prabhupada mentions that there is a purity in my words, whatever I've written. Read carefully that, my books. Purity comes from that. Because we are directly associating Prabhupada through the words. And hearing is also recommended, but hearing is, I'm scared of YouTube to recommend. Because when I start hearing one lecture and it takes some other. So if you stick to only audios, maybe. Or Prabhuji from Pune temple, Radhesham Prabhu. Radhesham Prabhu, actually, if you see Prabhuji's schedule, our schedule, the day is very important. Prabhuji wakes up by 2:30, it seems, every day morning. And as soon as he gets up, he just run to the take bath. Somebody asked why we have to run. Because if you slow down, some laziness comes into my mind, I may stop it. That's why you just run to the take baths immediately. Because sometimes what happens, okay, many devotees, they complete the chanting, I'll take bath, then I'll do Mangalarti. No, so actually, as soon as we wake up, we should rush and we should take bath. That thing happens first. So these are all. Then Prabhu hears 2 lectures every day, Prabhupada, half an hour lectures. So 2 lectures. After that, Prabhu's every day he gives 5 classes in different places. It seems so Prabhuji is very busy, and Prabhuji don't get the time to take prasad. I mean, morning breakfast. He just stand and take the prasad and he just rush. Prabhuji is very busy. So what I mean to say that we have to make our schedule, design our schedule in such a way that we should not give any gap. Because this gap creates the problem and we lose the purity there. So either it's materially, no problem. If it is the company things, we have to do it. That is also devotional service. It is not that we always doing chanting and for regulation, all, no. So if we are doing company work, let's busy with the company work. After that, don't give any gap. When we come back from the company, we just relax some time. So these relax points all, then they pull us into some other things. So if really wants to, like, we have to make that plan like that. Tomorrow is what I'm going to do. So we have to write, and where there is a gap is coming, what can I fill there? What is like something like that? We know that. Actually, we are very intelligent in materially, we are very intelligent. When spiritual things comes only, it's like we take, okay, no problem. Krishna is very merciful. Prabhupada is very merciful. Even if I don't do today, he will consider. That is where the Maya will take us. This much I know, Prabhuji. And one more point I would like to add, this Maharaj mentions that how sincere we are in devotional service, it tells us that, we can understand what we do at the free time. Because we have completed 16 rounds, done. Mangalarti also done. Prasadam is taken. Now we have some free time. That's free time, what we do, it depends on that, how serious we are in devotional service. So that's yes.
Beautiful. Free time. Does not have any gaps? Any questions? Sure. Thank you very much for these over-asked questions. Let us do some wonderful answers. And as always, thank you, Prabhuji. I was actually wanting to write down a few points and then I generally highlight which I need to
Yes,
say then. Today I had to highlight one point.
yes,
So which means that every single point you shared with us was wonderful. Many things you said very relevant to today. Little devotional service is better than severe capacity. Every human being has to perform devotional service. Very much true. Thank you very much. And devotees are very friendly to everyone as they do devotional service. They are never a problem to the society. It is very nice. And many things, Prabhu. One definitely caught my eye was we need to be free from anxiety to understand instructions. First of all, we don't get direct instructions, but even those small instructions which comes through the readers, we need to be free from anxiety. So nice. And we must be humble to understand these instructions. That's why it's very important that every time we always say we pray for all the servants. Why? Because they are the ones who actually pass on. They are the ones who put us back into the fight. Thank you very much, Prabhuji. So with all our heart, all of our heart, we all loudly chant Hare Krishna, Anand, brothers.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Because of the stay here, there are some important announcements. Before we get on to our regular announcements, I've just been informed by temple management that we have a wonderful couple here.